When people talk about power in the fashion industry, they usually mention legendary designers, historic fashion houses, or Hollywood A-listers walking down red carpets in custom couture. But in recent years, a new kind of power has emerged: digital, immediate, unstoppable. And at the center of that seismic shift stands one name: Jungkook. Sold out in hours, sometimes minutes, occasionally seconds. This is not exaggeration, this is not clever marketing spin. This is the phenomenon the internet has come to call the Jungkook effect. Every time Jungkook appears wearing a jacket, a pair of boots, a simple white tee, or even a subtle accessory, something extraordinary happens. Screenshots flood social media. Fans zoom in. Fashion accounts scramble to identify the brand. Within moments, product links circulate globally across X, Instagram, TikTok, and fan communities. And then, like clockwork, the inevitable headline appears: sold out. But how does this happen? How can one artist create such immediate economic shockwaves across global fashion markets? And why does it keep happening over and over again? To understand this phenomenon, you first have to understand the unique position Jungkook holds in global pop culture. As the youngest member of BTS, he debuted as a teenager and grew up in front of millions of fans. Over time, he evolved from the shy golden maknae into a fully realized global superstar, confident, charismatic, artistically mature. His transformation did not just captivate audiences musically, it reshaped his visual identity. And in fashion, identity is everything. When Jungkook partnered with Calvin Klein, the internet practically exploded. The campaign imagery was bold, minimal, and unapologetically sensual. It wasn't just about denim or underwear, it was about aura. The photos circulated at lightning speed, accumulating millions of interactions within hours. Retail data analysts reported dramatic spikes in site traffic. Select items associated with the campaign disappeared from online stores in multiple regions. Fans weren't just admiring the visuals, they were participating in them. Owning the same denim jacket Jungkook wore felt like owning a fragment of that moment. A piece of the campaign, a piece of cultural history. That emotional connection translated into purchasing power at a scale fashion executives could no longer ignore. And this is where the story becomes even more fascinating. Luxury brands, traditionally cautious and heritage-focused, began to recognize a generational shift. Younger consumers were not merely influenced by runway shows or fashion editorials anymore. They were influenced by authenticity, relatability, and digital intimacy. Jungkook embodies all three. When he steps into a partnership with Chanel, it is not simply a celebrity endorsement. It is a bridge between old-world elegance and modern digital culture. Suddenly, a fragrance campaign becomes a trending topic. A beauty line becomes a conversation among fans who may have never considered luxury cosmetics before. The brand's image subtly evolves, more youthful, more daring, more global. And once again, products linked to his appearances begin to vanish from inventory. But here is what makes the Jungkook effect different from ordinary celebrity influence. It is not manufactured hype. It is community-driven momentum. The global fanbase supporting Jungkook operates like a decentralized marketing engine. Translation accounts update in real time. Fashion identifiers track every visible detail. International buying guides appear instantly for fans in different regions. Within hours, global demand converges on a single product link. In traditional marketing cycles, campaigns take months to build awareness. With Jungkook, awareness is instantaneous. Consider the impact of his association with Hublot. Luxury watches occupy a niche market typically associated with seasoned collectors or affluent professionals. But when Jungkook appears wearing a Hublot timepiece, the conversation shifts dramatically. Suddenly, younger audiences are researching mechanical movements. Fans discuss craftsmanship. Social media posts dissect the model number and price range. This is cultural expansion in real time. Luxury brands are not just selling products through Jungkook. They are accessing new demographics that were previously unreachable, and they are doing so without sacrificing prestige. Financial analysts have long tried to quantify celebrity endorsement value, but the Jungkook effect challenges conventional metrics. The return on investment is not confined to immediate sales. It extends to brand visibility, social engagement, and long-term positioning among younger global consumers. Even non-sponsored appearances trigger impact. When Jungkook casually wears a hoodie during a livestream, fans race to identify it. When he posts a gym mirror selfie, sneakers sell out. When he appears at an airport in understated streetwear, the entire outfit becomes a checklist for fashion enthusiasts worldwide. This is organic influence at a scale most brands only dream of achieving. And yet, the phenomenon is not solely about consumerism, it is also about aesthetic direction. Jungkook's personal style has evolved into a blend of minimalism and edge, clean silhouettes combined with bold attitude. He often gravitates toward monochrome palettes, structured outerwear, relaxed denim, and statement accessories. There is a sense of effortlessness that resonates deeply with global youth culture. He does not appear to be trying to set trends. He simply lives in them. That authenticity is precisely why trends follow him. Fashion historians often point out that true style icons do not chase relevance, they create it unintentionally. Jungkook's fashion influence aligns with that principle. Whether through high-profile campaigns or spontaneous candid appearances, his presence feels natural rather than curated. And perhaps that is why the sold-out phenomenon feels less like a marketing strategy and more like a movement. The speed at which items disappear after his appearance reflects a new era of digital fashion consumption. Social commerce, fan-driven promotion, and algorithmic amplification intersect in explosive ways. Jungkook stands at that intersection. His global recognition also amplifies the cross-cultural dimension of fashion. Korean pop culture has steadily reshaped global entertainment, but through Jungkook's fashion partnerships, that influence extends deeper into luxury markets historically dominated by Western celebrities. When he attends international fashion events or brand showcases, coverage transcends entertainment media and enters mainstream financial news. Industry insiders analyze foot traffic spikes. Stock watchers observe brand momentum. Social analysts measure engagement surges. The numbers tell a consistent story. When Jungkook appears, attention concentrates. And attention converts. But beyond numbers lies a subtler shift, the redefinition of masculinity in fashion. Jungkook seamlessly navigates both rugged and refined aesthetics. He can embody powerful athletic energy one moment and soft vulnerability the next. This duality resonates strongly with younger audiences who reject rigid gender norms. Brands benefit from that fluidity, campaigns become more dynamic, messaging becomes more inclusive, fashion becomes less constrained. The Jungkook effect is not merely about selling out products, it is about expanding style boundaries. Industry experts once questioned whether K-pop idols could sustain long-term influence in luxury markets. Those doubts have largely dissolved. The consistent pattern of sold-out releases, viral campaigns, and measurable sales impact has turned skepticism into strategic alignment. Executives no longer ask whether partnering with Jungkook will generate attention, they ask how quickly they can secure collaboration. And yet, amidst all this commercial success, Jungkook maintains a grounded public image. He rarely frames himself as a fashion authority. He often expresses gratitude and humility in interviews. That contrast between immense economic influence and modest self-presentation strengthens public affection. Fans do not feel marketed to. They feel connected. That emotional dimension is perhaps the most powerful element of all. When someone purchases a jacket worn by Jungkook, they are not simply buying fabric, they are buying a feeling, a shared experience, a tangible link to a global cultural moment. And in a world increasingly defined by digital fragmentation, shared moments hold extraordinary value. The sold-out headlines will continue, analysts will continue to calculate impact, brands will continue to compete for partnership opportunities. But the deeper story remains this: Jungkook has redefined what it means to influence fashion in the 21st century. He has proven that authenticity can move markets, that community can amplify commerce, that music, identity, and style can merge into a single force capable of reshaping global industries. And perhaps most remarkably, he has done so without ever declaring himself a fashion revolutionary. He simply showed up. And the world followed. The racks emptied, the websites crashed, the notifications surged. Sold out in hours. Sometimes minutes. Occasionally seconds. The Jungkook effect is not a temporary trend. It is a blueprint for the future of fashion influence. And the industry is still catching up.